Welcome to this tryout. Let's see if we can make another one like these beautiful little drop-shaped dice captures. I hope the light is gonna hold out. We are going to need 4 14 gauge, that's 2.0 mil, 3/4 inch big rings. That is just a little bit smaller than the dice themselves in the inner diameter. And we'll need some 16 gauge, that's 1.6 millimeter, 1/4 inch, that is 6.6 millimeter small rings. And of course, we'll need some dice. Usually no shortage of dice in this house. Just gonna grab a random one that I will take out again later. There we are. It is very pretty. It's a hand frosted green sparkly one where I left the window of the one unfrosted so you could actually still look inside it. It is super pretty. Alright, so first things first, I will need 2 of those large rings closed, and then I will connect 2 more of them to form the main part of the cage. Open ring, close it here, and another one. Now, I've been seeing these pod captures around a while. They are an invention by Jennifer Martinez, I think I remember the name correctly, from Steampunk Garage. And I saw them, the original ones are like about that size, and I immediately thought, I think I can make that work with dice. Because you're a dice goblin, or aren't you? So a note about sizes. Most ring sizes I will generally mean standard wire gauge. So let's take these 2 to the sides. That is the ones that will have small rings attached to them. The ones all the way on the ends, those are going to be the bottom rings eventually. Two over there. Two over there. And now we get to the cool bit, which is where we make these. Oh, never mind, I'm going to cut out this part. I messed up. I'll take these back out. Yeah, I'm sniffling. That's the reason I suddenly have time to do videos. I am home sick with a suspected case of coronavirus. So far it hasn't hit me very hard. Just a little bit of shortness of breath. Just went out for a walk, avoiding people wherever I could, not just wherever I could, as much as I've avoided people, simply put, of course. So, what I did wrong was that the small rings actually need to go through both the top rings and the bottom rings. So they need to go through there and then across that one, and the same on the other side. And this gets a little messy, and it's going to be a little easy to get confused if I don't pay close attention. There we are. So, this is my first time doing a video like this. Do I have it right? Yes, there we are. That's correct. Those are the right way. And now I do the same on this side. All right. And then finally I need to connect these rings together in such a way that the lower ring is actually up as far to the top of the pod as possible, because once you connect the small rings with the third small ring, it is going to start forcing the shape of the whole thing. And this is a little precarious. As you can see, I can't quite get a good grip on both sides. When you're using needle nose pliers, that is a bad thing, and I lost it. There we go. See if I can get a slightly better grip on it. There we are. All right. There we go. That's one. Yeah, it's not super easy to get this right. I'm a little unsure how what would be the best way to do this. Anyway, I need to be able to get a decent grip on those rings. Alright, so those are in place. Now we have to figure out how to fiddle everything the way it's supposed to go. I think this is it, in fact. Oh, sorry, that was... Alright, so here we have the cage without the top ring keeping it all closed. We can open it up, insert the die, and then we work at closing it. It's going to be a bit tight. I'm really hoping this works. Yeah, I'm beginning to notice that it's closing properly. Alright, so now what we want is the 20 visible in there, and then we want this ridge between the 18 and the 4 or whatever two faces are on top there with your specific dice. Yeah, this is actually not going to work. Well, even if it doesn't, it's still a good experiment for other purposes, because it isn't just about showing other people how to make these captures, it is also about... there we go. I had to wind it the other way. So, now there you see how the side rings are supposed to be. They were wound up way too tight the other way earlier. And as you'll notice, there, just press it up so you have a nice little capture there. Now, as you'll notice, the 20 will be visible on that side and the 13 will be visible on the other side. That's because because this one is shaped a little bit oddly. Now, we can attach the final rings that will keep everything in place, and your die is captured. Now, there's some variation in the size of dice generally. Most of them are about 20 millimeters, sometimes they're 19, and that makes a difference. Because the ones that are regular sizes, the ones that are 20 mil, you end it with the top two rings on the outside of the big gauge rings. But if you have a slightly smaller one, which I have in my pocket here somewhere, a slightly smaller D20, then to tighten the whole thing, you place them on the inside between the two big rings there. And that is very, very convenient, because that means that without changing ring sizes, you can actually adjust how this one behaves. When you put those rings on the inside between the those two big rings, you are tightening it. It will fit a slightly smaller die without any problems. So, that was it. 15-minute craft video. That's, to be honest, I'm pretty sure you could finish this project in 5 if you aren't fumbling around like me. Well, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great time. Goodbye.